Yeah, another video. So occasionally I'm going to discuss celebrities, people in the news, that type of thing, because I think we can use them as examples as public people because the human condition, the human experience is the same for everyone. Regardless of how much money we have, how much education we have, that type of thing, the basics of the human experience, it's all the same. We all, right, put our pants on one leg at a time. And so occasionally, as I go through pop culture and I go through news and what's in the media, I'll address things that I see and maybe give you some understanding from the prophetic lens of what's going on, or if you're experiencing something similar to a celebrity or someone in the news, how you yourself can overcome that. So, um, one of the people that I really love, and it's I just really love this person, is Gwyneth Paltrow. And people, for some reason, do not like Gwyneth Paltrow, and I just don't understand why. But I do understand why. I know what it is. People don't like her, and I think it's because of jealousy. Here's a person very beautiful, both on the outside, she's physically beautiful, and then I believe on the inside, she's got a great heart. I watch her videos, I read her Goop newsletter, I use Goop products, and I just think she's fabulous. But I think there's a lot of jealousy directed at her, and this is what I would say with regard to that. There's no need to be jealous of people who have more or seem to have more than you do. Because the bottom line, at the end of the day, we all have the opportunity to set the course for our destiny, right? So, with Gwyneth Paltrow or someone like Gwyneth Paltrow, yes, she was born fortunate. Let's put it that way. Her mom, Blythe Danner, seems to be a great lady, sense of humor, obviously raised her child well. I watched a recent video with them because Gwyneth Paltrow just released a new line of beauty products and her mom is in it, and you hear her daughter's voice off camera. And they just seem to be a lovely family. And then even her dad, there's a story that Gwyneth Paltrow would tell about her dad when she was younger. And she must have been like a tween. And he took her to France. And she said, they had gone on these sightseeing things and they were having like lunch or dinner. And he looks across the table at her. I think his name was Bruce Paltrow, and he's since passed. He looked across the table at her. Now, remember, she's a tween. And he says, do you know why I brought you here? And she said she was like in her beret and she's eating her French fries because she's in France and she's trying to do all these things that are French. And she looks at him and she's like, no. And he looked across the table at her and he said, I brought you here because I wanted your first time in Paris to be with a man who would always love you. And I think that's so poignant. So, this is a young lady who wanted to be an actress, realizes her dream. She has the benefit of loving parents, parents who loved her. Even if they open doors, we don't hold that against people, right? We don't hold against people their circumstance because that's God. God allowed her to be, God allowed those parents to come together. God allowed that DNA to connect to create her. So, who are we to judge her circumstance and her being in a position where she's fortunate? But we can all strive, right, and work toward gaining the things that we ourselves would like and the things that we ourselves um, things that would work for our personalities and who we are and what we need and what we desire. What's coming in my head is yo quiero, which is the Spanish phrase. It says, it means I want. And so God understands, right, our heart's desire, right? And the Bible talks a lot about that and God giving us our heart's desire. But the heart is a tricky thing. The heart is, the Bible, first of all, says the heart is wicked and deceitful above all things. Who can know? So we have a heart's desire, but our heart is wicked and deceitful above all things. And so I think when God talks about our heart desire, he means even deeper into that innermost being. He knows us, He knows how He made us, He knows how we are truly wired. So when you strip away the societal standard, when you strip away the upbringing, when you strip away all these things that create a false self, when God says He's going to give you your heart's desire, He means He's going to truly give you, truly give you your heart's desire, truly give you what you really, really, really want deep, 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 deep on the inside. And so I say that to say there's never any need to be jealous of a Gwyneth Paltrow or someone who seems to have been born with everything, right? Um, because there is a heart desire deep, 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 deep on the inside. And when you look at a Gwyneth Paltrow, what you're seeing is superficial, right? Because we don't know her. We don't truly know her. And so we're seeing a superficial, right, thing about her. She goes much deeper and much more three-dimensional or four. What's four-dimensional? Is that space? I don't know. I wasn't that great at math. I mean, I went up to high in math, but that don't mean I understood it. And so we see her maybe more two-dimensional because we don't know her, and then the third dimension gets added in if you really knew her. So um, there's no need to be jealous of something two-dimensional when you really don't know her circumstances, her struggle, and her blood, sweat, and tears to get where she is, even despite doors that got open because of Blythe Danner and Bruce Paltrow, who are her parents. And so God always has that. Our true heart's desire is something that He's going to make manifest. And what you see about her may be something you don't even truly want. Like if you really knew exactly what she had, it wouldn't work for your personality, it wouldn't work for you. And it really isn't what's deep, 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 deep down as your heart's desire, because the heart is wicked and deceitful above all things. Who can know it?